My name's Aminata, and I'm pretty and scarred. I lived in a quite tense household. I came over to the UK from Congo, so we sought asylum here, and I came to live with my aunt and my two cousins. You couldn't be too happy, you didn't want to be too loud, you almost wanted to disappear because my aunt was very mean and she was very angry all the time. So you never really knew what triggered her. That's what made the house so tense. And she had a boyfriend, and whenever he was around, the mood was very light and everyone was happy, and he would encourage her to treat us like kids. He was just everything you wanted in a parent or someone that was looking after you. So we were really, really close. Even though I was young, I really did cling to him. And I remember the first time he touched me, it was just weird. That's all I remember, it being very weird. And my aunt used to say things to me like my beauty was a curse, and that bad things would happen to me because I was pretty. And so basically, when you hear that a lot, you grow to not think you're pretty or not want to be pretty, or that's like the last thought. It was a flood of emotions. I was confused. No one had ever touched me sexually before. It started off him just fingering me, like all the time, like any opportunity he would get. So sometimes at the moment when he would do it, I'd get angry. But then when he came round again and the mood will lighten up in the house, it's like you'll think, okay, that was maybe an accident. Like I used to make excuses for him in my head, and then we'll be all play fighting, me, him and my cousin, and he would always find a way to touch me inappropriately. And there was one time he was like basically fingering me but with his toes, but it was always like a sneaky thing, like he would sneak it. And it went on for years, and I grew up and I was like 10, 11, and I started being very resentful towards him. But it's like we're watching TV and he's touching me, and everyone's watching TV but he's touching me. And I remember once I was so angry and I just screamed, and it was me, him and my cousin in the house, and I said, "Can't you see what he's doing?" And I was like, I loved her so much, so I was like, I would never want to see you in pain, so you can see he's touching me. Why aren't you doing anything? And he denied it and said I was lying, and she denied it and said that she couldn't see anything. And you know, someone that you're so close to, like she's my cousin, but she was like my twin sister. To me, that's how close I was to her. So when she didn't believe me, it was like, even if you can see that it's affecting me this much, then you should believe me. But she didn't believe me, so that just shut me down from ever speaking out. And then from that moment on, I think when he noticed that no one was believing me, he started doing more. I wanted to hang myself, so I wrote a suicide note. And in the suicide note, that was the first time I ever spoke out after me having screaming and telling my cousin. I wrote it in the suicide note, like in detail, all the stuff that he was doing and had done to me. And I tried to hang myself, and then they found me and saw the letter. And that's when, like, the first time anyone found out about it. But no. I think he didn't go to jail because he was like using different identities, so they couldn't find him. I hate being here because, like, as in the UK, because when we were leaving Congo, I remember all these promises. Like, the kids used to call it Lola, and basically that means heaven. Like, that was what they used to refer to the UK as. and it's been far from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people that were meant to look after me never looked after me. A lot of things that were meant to be safety were never safety, and I had to fight from a very young age, a lot of the times, all the time. And I'm still cultivating who I am. I wasn't Christian before. I was born into an Islamic family. Now I have a relationship with Christ. I'm saved. So I'm a work in progress, but working anyway. Yeah.